When you see him on the mats, he is all business.
Oh, yeah.
Middleweight final. In the blue gi, representing Czech mat, Jackson Nagai.
Either way you slice it, we're going to have a new middleweight world champion.
Representing Czech mat, Francisco Lowe.
Will Jackson Nagai join his brother Sam in the history books of the World Championship? Or will Francisco Lowe cap off his absolutely tumultuous run here at the World Championship? 2 heavily taped ankles for Francisco Lowe.
Jackson Nagai coming off an amazing performance at the 2024 Pan, submitted 4 or 5 of his opponents. 80% submission rate. Francisco Lowe jumps to the close guard.
Francisco 2 grips on the pants. Sweep backwards and maybe get on top. Jackson Nagai recovers.
Francisco using his right leg as the De La Riva hook, controlling the pants. Jackson disengages, back up to the feet. Now Jackson
look at
pulls
that!
guard.
Francisco Lowe
trying to dive past the guard.
passes the guard maybe of Jackson Nagai.
Jackson pushing. This
Wow.
is close.
What timing by Francisco Lowe, and Jackson Nagai does recover. It's
Wow,
gonna be
that
an
was very
advantage.
close.
That's excellent timing by Francisco Lowe, and that's something that he's shown many times throughout his career. We brought up a little earlier in this tournament that Francisco Lowe possesses a really trademark highlight reel over Adam Wardzinski, who we'll see in the heavyweight final. With double sat in no gi, and then off of the interlocked finger grip, flying triangles. It's definitely timing a huge part of his arsenal.
Done that multiple times in competition. Same setup. Jackson Nagai controlling both of the sleeve grips. Right leg in the De La Riva, trying to tilt Francisco Lowe to the side. It's into your middleweight final here at the 2024 World Championships.
Both these competitors representing Czech mat. Jackson extends, looking for a sweep.
Jackson sits to guard again. Both the sleeves.
Jackson, yeah, he's climbing his legs up.
I think he was trying to pull Francisco into a triangle. That right knee of Francisco Lowe kept him safe.
Lowe with the bringing his arm a little bit deeper around the hip. Lowe seems to have adjusted nicely to the change of pace that I imagine he must have to do. It seems like body's a little banged up here in the final. Heard what looked like a knee injury versus Tynan Dalpra yesterday. Both ankles heavily taped today. So far, he's taking a very measured approach, mostly keeping his feet behind him, head forward.
Jackson his left foot in the bicep, foot on the hip.
Four minutes down, one advantage in favor from
Jackson
Francisco
trying to lock
Lowe.
up a triangle. Has his legs crossed behind the neck.
Can he break down the posture? He reached behind the head.
Jackson trying to climb up. Francisco throwing his legs over the top.
Francisco able to break open the triangle lock. Interesting, Jackson sort of pushed the leg behind him to tighten the body triangle of Francisco Lowe. Now Jackson finds himself in a pretty interesting spot. As long as that leg is behind him, the one is locking the right leg, the left leg of Francisco Lowe. It's going to be very difficult for him to escape this position.
Jackson comes up. Right back down.
Francisco Lowe receives a penalty for stalling from this position. And now Jackson Nagai pushes the leg apart, reaching back for a grip to turn this maybe into a pass.
2 points for Jackson Nagai.
Francisco Lowe pulls him into the 50-50. However, Jackson Nagai now up by 2 points, still down by an advantage.
Left foot in the bicep. Takes it out. Tries to close his right knee and come up to the top position. Goes down towards the mat. Francisco comes up, scores 2 points.
Yep, 2 points, Francisco Lowe. Jackson slowly tips Francisco Lowe over for the sweep. See a lot of strain on the face of Francisco Lowe.
2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. This is your middleweight final here at the 2024 IBJJF World Jiu-Jitsu Championships. Jackson Nagai leading Francisco Lowe 4-2. Jackson looks like he's trying to get out of this 50-50 position.
Spinning through. Looks like they're going to reset. A little bit of a light limp. As Lowe makes his way back to the center of the mat. Jackson Nagai up by 2 points.
Lowe goes for an ankle pick.
Yeah, fakes the guard pull. Though we haven't seen it very much this match, Jackson Nagai does possess a pretty elaborate
right into a triangle.
Mix of
He's
techniques.
And
he gets it!
Wow! Jackson Nagai submits Francisco Lowe.
Got two Nagai brothers with world titles. He made it happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Jackson Nagai, your black belt middleweight champion. 4 fights, 3 submissions. What a performance by Jackson Nagai. Unfortunately, it looks like Francisco Lowe is feeling some of the injuries that he may have sustained throughout the competition.
Jackson Nagai, as soon as he pulled guard, I was saying that he possesses this unique skill set on the feet. He's very good at taking the match to the ground, and what he did was he pulled guard directly into that over-the-shoulder armbar. Can't wait to see a replay on that. Jackson Nagai.
Jackson went for a triangle earlier in the match, pulled right into the triangle, finished with that straight arm lock. Jackson Nagai
And your
with an incredible
2024
performance.
adult male middleweight champion is Jackson Nagai.
Jackson Nagai, your middleweight champion here at the 2024 World Championships. 4 fights, 3 submissions. Defeats Francisco Lowe by sub in the final. Here's your replay.
Well, Francisco Lowe and Jackson Nagai was a very exciting middleweight final. Francisco Lowe nearly passes the guard within the first minute of the match with just beautiful timing. Jackson Nagai fights his way out, and both of them were able to counter each other in these close situations where Jackson nearly passes the guard himself, and Francisco Lowe retaliates. But this is what I mean, pulls guard with the foot on the hip. And actually, Francisco Lowe was tapping before the armbar was even initiated, so I believe it was actually the left foot push on the leg by Jackson Nagai that made Francisco Lowe tap. Interesting we got to see that in the replay. We didn't get to see that from our angle.